these jokers. And if it turns out to be a good one, so be it. Welcome to my vault. That description is literally from an episode of Eureka. I mean, a lot of them are though. I would have thought. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, an easily digestible explanation worthy of my genius. Sure thing, Clem. Clem's good. Clem's perfect. There's too much garbage out there. Destroyed every other person I've met. Nice. Well, you missed nothing. We've just started the DLC. You missed Clem going, I will explain the problem. So, okay, you go, yeah, he goes, I will give an explanation worthy of my genius. Take it away, Mick. And it was like, Clem, you said you were going to do it. He's like, no, my job is to delegate. Make sure the right person gets the job. They've also been having some wild discussion in the Dungeon thread, where some people didn't seem to understand that being a child soldier is never good, actually. Hey, how are you doing? No biggie. You say that being a child soldier is bad? I did just say that being a child soldier is bad. The original theory posited by a man was that the war was good for Amuro because he was a shut-in nerd. We saw 15 minutes of him being a shut-in nerd, and the war allowed him to become a good soldier. And thus, being a child soldier was good for Amuro. And my argument was, but in a world without war, he would have had a much better life because he wouldn't have been a child soldier. And then people went back and forth on that, not understanding being a child soldier is bad, until eventually everybody agreed that he would have ended up a reasonably well-adjusted individual either way, and that he didn't need the war to become a social butterfly. By the way, he wasn't one of those either. Like, they willfully misrepresent and understand the work. And then he, but being a child soldier it was still good for him. Being a child soldier is better than not being a child soldier. I was like, no, that's not true at all, though, is it? If the end point is the same, surely the one where he doesn't experience extreme trauma, even if he never stopped being a shut-in, not being a child soldier is good. Exactly. That's what I kept saying, but they would not believe. didn't he also suffer from PTSD because of that? Yeah, he wouldn't have met her either. Then someone said, yeah, but she's a literal ghost haunting him, not just a PTSD hallucination. I'm like, well, you can also chalk up not like being haunted by a literal ghost as a thing he also wouldn't be experiencing if he hadn't become a child soldier, which seems, you know, a pretty good point in my favour on this one. But no, because he was forced to socialise and hang out with all those people, that it made him a better person. All those good friends he had that he never spoke to again. We're actually gonna get to see Jack. Like all those good friends like Kai he made that he never spoke to ever again. Bright, who he didn't speak to again until Shah did the rock drop. How does what people who have never experienced or even seriously considered what? Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, like Kai never spoke to again. Hayato that he spoke to a couple of times. Frau, who went from being someone who cared enough about him to making food all the time to marrying someone else, even though he was her true love. Hayato he really spoke to again. Kai never spoke to again. His friend Ryu, who died. Bright he didn't speak to again until Shah's counter-attack thing, the events of that. The kids, Cats who he spoke to. And Cats mostly just said, you're a war hero, and Amura's like, don't call me war hero, there are no heroes in war. And Cats is like, you need to get out there and fight, you big baby. And then he died. He never saw Mirai again, didn't speak to her. Didn't speak to, I mean, he met Hathaway, who then killed his girlfriend. But yeah, no, being a child soldier, and then also he fucking died. He died at the age of 29, performing a miracle if the war hadn't happened he wouldn't have needed to do. So, you know. Yeah, you know, we did speak to a bunch of those shows, just, yeah, weird. Yeah, that's what I said as well also, that his life would have ended in a robotics design and mechanical design, if not for the war. Like, he was a genius who invented the Haro, and his dad was a well-connected engineer in the Federation. He could have used his dad's connections to get a good job. If the war hadn't happened, and then people were like, oh yeah, but in Shah's counterattack, he's like functional and well put together. And it's like, okay, do you think he wouldn't have grown at all from the age of 15 to 29? Most 29-year-olds are better put together. Also, most 29-year-olds, like most people, don't have to experience being a child soldier to grow out of being a shut-in nerd. And Amuro probably wouldn't have had to either. But no, he became a real social butterfly. Looks at Image where Chan says you're cold sometimes, because he's obviously still affected by the thing. But, you know. And then eventually some other people came in, were like, being a child soldier is never good, you fucking weirdo. And then one guy was like, no, I'm not saying being a child soldier is good, I'm just saying that Amuro's life, he ended up happy. I don't think he would use a wish to change it so he wasn't a child soldier to have the life that he didn't know he'd live. It's like, okay, well that wasn't the original theory posited, that wasn't the question. And the other question, and like also, shut up. You've already established that he ends the same in both ways. The original question posited is not whether he would wish for another life without war, but if the war hadn't happened, what would it have been like? Yeah, the design of the Harrow depends on if you're talking about the origin or not. Don't talk about fucking the origin ever, actually. The origin is alright for the Shah story, but for the Amuro story it is apparently not, and like the only UC works you should actually consider canon are the Tomino ones and the ones that Tomino likes, i.e. G Gundam and War in the Pocket. because all the others are fucking bollocks and bad. Looking at you, Igloo. We're gonna show you how tough humanity is. What the hell's the origin? It's a manga about the events leading up to the start of Mobile Suit Gundam, focusing on Shah and his deal, what he was up to, and how he became Shuraznable. By all accounts, it's really good, but also it just changes a bunch of shit for no real reason that mean nothing, and it's quite Xeon apologia. But like that was even a thing someone said, oh yeah, in the origin he's like Amuro's straight up a really shitty kid, he's a jerk to everybody, blah blah blah. But it's like, unless the origin makes it so that he literally cannot function and would starve to death and would sprout like chewed up food and vomited into his mouth like a baby bird, becoming a child soldier did not give him a better life than not being a child soldier, actually. You've got to remember, these are also the people who go, oh yeah, that bit where Armor has a nightmare and says it's a nightmare, Yatsula's literal ghost haunting him. It's like, okay, even if it is, which, I mean, she's a real ghost, you know, so whatever. How's the Harry Potter Taser finally one of them used as a plot point? Zeta in it? Whoever found it thinks the son of Amro was around because he invented it. Yeah, exactly. Like, the origin just changes things with like no real reason, but then just make it contradict things. Here she goes. And it's like, especially fucking ignore Unicorn, because Unicorn's shit. But yeah, but even if Lala is a ghost, the fact that they show her implies that Amuro and Shah are still affected by her, and she is still important in their lives, and they are still affected by that. We can control these jokers? Plasma Claw! Yeah, and then like it's still like, you know, means that she's important and that they're not over her. But this is the guy who says that Amuro was over Lala by Zeta. And it's just like, you're just willfully ignoring the actual text. Every one of them is recruitable by a secret anyway, right? I believe so, actually. Like, we're on our way for getting this guy, because we've been trying our best to get all the master points, and I think this lady comes free with him. This guy we should be getting, because you need 1 Kia point, which is Shah beats him, right? And we did that. And this lady joins with the Rock Pie, I think. And like, we've been working on that secret too. And you aren't really worth the damage, maybe, Mask? I don't know about that. Like, the extra arm unit existing, like extra arms existing, makes a lot of them really good because you don't even have to upgrade their weapons, right? Because the thing with the Jireko units is while they're not brilliant, they all have really spammable attacks. Is Mick's last name? Oh! You'd be ridiculous. It's Jack. She's Mick Jack. Which definitely isn't a similar reference to what you're trying, like, what you're saying. Definitely not. Like, this has got a map attack at least, right? No, they've all got a bunch of really good defenses. Not this guy, but he's masked, so he's fine. Yeah, like... Wow, 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 wow. No, it's Manny and Barra that join together and Master comes like through. Okay, yeah. But yeah, like, you can get all of them as secrets. So yeah, it's... Yeah, Rock Pie, Barra... Okay, yeah, the secret is all three of them. The secret is Barra, Manny, and Mask. They don't all join the thing. Turn A is one of Tomona's. Yeah, so Kia is one. Barra, Manny, and Mask are all a single secret, and Rock Pie is his own secret. And we should be getting Mask, because we've done... Yeah, like we've got 6 Mask points and you need 5, so we should do that. You need 1 or 3 Kira points, depending on your route split. We picked the one where you only need 1 and we got that. And Rock Pie... we're not gonna get, because we... Actually, Rock Pie we might get. Yeah, no, we're probably not gonna get the Rock Pie. Except unless they give it, like, all the secrets to you for free when you do the secret ending, which is how they worked in the other one, right? How they worked in V. Yeah, but in the end, being a child soldier is never good, actually. And then someone was like, I understood what this man said perfectly, and I agree with him. The child soldier thing is just one of the contradictions of Gundam being a show that has to design sell toys, but also be anti-war. It's like, no, you haven't understood at all, actually. He says that being a child soldier is good. Like, it's fucking dick. Wink. It's little Zaku head. Well, anyway, I'm glad that everybody here is to mostly agree that the base assumption of the anti-war story is that child soldiers are bad, actually. Oh no, what you got today? Yeah, like, this is the power of a woman. Yeah, it teaches you, like, that's what some people, like, so it's like, he learned a lot of skills and had a lot of experiences that he wouldn't have otherwise had. And it's like, yeah, I'm sure the dudes that died in fucking Normandy also like, yeah, at least we get to see the world. Like, the original thing posited was he would have just, like, been a nobody without the war. But he got to be a war hero instead. It's like, that's positing that being a really good soldier is better than, like, is a desirable thing, actually. Oh, he could have stopped being a soldier at any time, but he didn't. I think actually he couldn't stop being a soldier because it was such a formative experience for him that it broke him, and all he could do then was be a soldier. And it's weird how one person's like, Shark could have been a really charismatic leader, but the war broke him, and Amuro would have been nobody. And then the war made him better. It's like, no, Amuro would have just been a regular dude, and the war fucked him up. He's well put together in spite of what happened to him, not because. How do you get the Shah got fucked up by the war, but then the Amuro fucking didn't? I don't understand. I don't understand any of this shit. How can you be... like, you gotta have some sort of brain parasite. In the hypothetical scenario where you're the main character, nothing really bad happens to you, go into war, give you some useful skills. But yeah, like, it's a very specific, like I said, but like, even in the original posit is, the war was better for Amuro than him not being in the war. And it's like, that's not true at all. And like the only thing I would accept is if he would starve to death without the constant ministrations of Frau keeping him alive, and the war was the only magic bullet cure for that, then sure. But that's a really ridiculously extreme scenario you've invented that is ridiculous and should piss off. If the Shah had been broken before the war, probably put him even more over the edge. I mean, if his dad wasn't murdered, he wouldn't have gone on his big thing of revenge, right? He wouldn't have killed all the Zabis. He wouldn't have been a super bad shit man forever. Like, the war definitely exacerbated whatever problems he had. He probably would have been just a regular mentally ill person at worst, not genociding rock dropper. But again, being in the war was worse than not being in the war, because that's pretty much the main message of Gundam. War is bad. It's better to not have war than to have war. It's pretty, like, that's the core message. War is bad, adults are awful, like, adults are bad, and children are stupid. The three lessons of Gundam. It's easy, it's really easy, but apparently it was too hard for these ones. Yeah, you thought the core message was wow, cool robot. Yeah, like I even made a version of that movie was wow, cool child soldier, or being a child soldier really puts hairs on your chest, because that's basically what these guys were saying. Being a child soldier really makes a man out of you. Being a child soldier is bad, but there's no follow-up to that. You cannot follow that up with anything reasonable. Goodbye, fly away troll. It's pretty much where I was at. It's not even like there's a particularly hidden bunch of bullshit. Time to see legs. Despite the terrible things and the impacts of this leg does not mention being cool. I mean, that's the trick, that's the secret. The arms are bubbles too! That's the secret, that all war media, even anti-war media, also unintentionally glorifies war by making it entertaining. And yeah, Tobias got the foot knife for kicking fuckers, just like a ninja. The message of Gundam is there are all the kids at the end of the war in the pocket. No. No, I'm not. The only kid at the end of the war pocket that I am is either Dolores or Al. Probably Al, because I cry a lot. Yeah, all the robots are fucking red in G-Reco. And the story is also good, it's just maximum Tomino. Maximum Tomino storytelling. Tell you nothing but shows, yeah, you gotta pay attention. No, that's Maximum Sad Tomino. Don't have Penny's not making an anime again was already being SRW is in the moment. That's the secret, Captain. G-Reco's actually good. It just requires a lot of investment from the viewer, which you could argue is bad. And the fact that you have to concentrate so hard on it could mean that it's not a good work. But it's good. Then again, I'm getting Sekiro no Kitchen season this. Agreed. Wow, cool robot. Yeah, Maximum Tomino is characters do things and say things, but they don't say what they're thinking, and in fact sometimes they lie. But they do not make a big deal of going, oh, I am lying. Yeah, this is one of the DLC maps. This is cleaning up space. And the next one will be the one where the girls have their competition to see who's the most beautiful. Because they have to have that in every game where they have DLC, apparently. It's quite anime, isn't it? Still mad that's the screw web when it's obviously the screw whip. Now that Mao ain't here, Fighter spins there every time by default. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Timoko.
天才の私と戦えるのだ。
Absolute
光栄に
clown.
思え。お手並み拝見と行かせてもらう。
How was the FMP game, by the way? Like, I've only done the one stage, but it seems alright. Someone in the Super Overwars thread went, why even give you the option of changing what suit you can go in when all I've played so far just deploys Sasuke by himself? And it's like, well, maybe because you can do that later. Same reason there's multiple characters in the game. And there's alternate endings, so maybe on New Game Plus you're allowed a lot more freedom, but who knows? Maybe it's just fucking... it's the thing that you're not allowed to do yet. Maybe later. How many pilots are even in Full Metal Panic? I mean, there's a bunch of them. Like there's the SRT team being Mao, Kurtz, Sasuke, and Kunsao. And then there's a bunch of other like random weird dudes that show up that could be on your side. But even so, going, why have they even programmed into the game swapping robots? If you can't swap your robot, it's like, well, you probably can, just like not in the bit you've got. Isn't the game post-credits? No, it's like the tutorial is like him doing the like going to school and meeting Chidori for the first time, and then like the rest of it is like Sigma on. It's like it picks up pretty much where the last anime like left, like stopped. Thank yous. Time to pick up the trash. So it starts at the end of second rate then? I believe so, yes. The 100 money off the purchase is a bit steep. Yeah, that's why you got it. That's why you do it digitally. Do the cards instead, which may be more expensive, but at least then you don't have to wait for it to be delivered, pay delivery charges, and also then customs charges. Mask is a very strange individual. Yeah, yeah. So a lot of them dudes are like that. A lot of the dudes in the Gundam that wear masks are strange individuals. It's almost as if to put on a mask and pretend to be a weird superhero man, you have to be a rather strange individual. Yeah, probably did that. Very saying thank yous has always bothered you slightly. I mean, you think of a better way? Harry's a good boy, no strange there. I mean, he doesn't wear a mask though, does he? He just wears glasses. Because he can't see. He goes full B. I mean, he can't fucking see without his glasses. He just has weird glasses. He's not like Mr. Shah Aznavour with his mask, or Quattro Brigina, who wears sunglasses, but also is literally a fake identity for a man. He is another mask, a metaphorical one. Whereas Harry Ord just can't see shit and has some stylized goggles. Nice! Well, shit, I'm not gonna use.